We are live. Big Drive Energy and Tommy Fleetwood, man. This has happened multiple times, and it's like, all right, he's gonna blow it somehow. But this one doesn't feel like that's the case. His putt on 16. Oh, how far? Where are you at? Did you just see that?
Yeah, I'm pretty well ahead of you again. And even I'm streaming. I'm on Peacock.
Dude, you're on the cock. Okay, Cantley's hitting his putt right now. Right
Oh
now.
wow. No, wait, you're way ahead of me. Never mind.
I just sped up then. I wasn't live, but I just sped my camera up.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Cantley's hitting
Sped
his
my phone
putt.
up.
Well, he just set up over it, so he'll hit it in about 30 seconds.
The
So what
least
do we want to
shocking
get?
news of the day, them getting on the clock. We can just jump
Oh
into
my
that.
God. That has got to be the number one thing is I forgot. Like Cantley really hasn't been in contention much this year. So we really haven't seen much of his antics, but today has just been a painful watch from this guy. It is the Sean Fisher foot stepping, the patting of the feet when he's hitting a putt, all of that shit is just painful to watch. But I mean, the guy truly, I forgot how good of a putter he is. It feels like whenever he stands over a 20-footer, there's a good chance he's making it.
Yeah, the guy can roll the absolute rock. Which one? Let's start with this here because we're
Excuse
still
me. Sorry, I couldn't mute myself quick enough.
For those of you listening to the audio version, for those of you hopping in live with us, welcome to Big Drive Energy. We go live for all the four majors on Sunday afternoons and the Tour Championship and all the playoff events. So welcome to the show. Tune into our podcast weekly, Wednesdays every single week, and then Sundays and Wednesdays when it's a week like this. But I want to ask you a question because this is going to be Scottie Scheffler is not going to win the Tour Championship, and it seems insane. It doesn't necessarily seem right to me, but they've changed how this goes, and this is kind of what we talked about earlier this week, and we're fine with it. But who is the most of these three? Who's the most shocking of the three left? I guess the three still quote unquote in contention: Russell Henley, Patrick Cantlay, and Tommy Fleetwood. Who's the most shocking winner of a Tour Championship this year? Because I have an answer, but then even when I say my answer, there's another guy where I'm like, that just doesn't seem like the way he's played all year that he could win the Tour Championship in 2025.
Well, yeah, I would say, I mean, the most obvious one is Patrick Cantlay. He's had like one really high finish, I remember, at the Truist Championship, which I was actually at in Philly. But other than that, he's had a pretty garbage year, it feels like, relative to, I mean, he hasn't won since 2022. So Cantlay, in the grand scheme of things, has been on a pretty rough stretch now for the last 3 years. Tommy just keeps knocking on the door. It wouldn't be shocking to me if he won at all. I mean, Henley is just low-key one of the most solid guys out there. Cheers, by the way. Looks like you're drinking a nice little summer shandy. I got a nice little Surfside here.
Bro, these things absolutely slap for 3 months out of the year.
Oh, dude, a ice cold summer shandy is tough to beat. But I would definitely say it has to go, it is kind of crazy to say that Tommy Fleetwood is the least surprising, but he's just been in contention so much that, and I am kicking myself, hindsight's 2020, but I was listening to, I don't know if you listened to Pardon My Take on Wednesday or not. It's a popular Barstool podcast that I dabble in from time to time. I listen to every single episode. But basically, Max randomly out of nowhere got an email that said Tommy Fleetwood is winning the Tour Championship this week. Bet on it. And he said, he was like, I've never once gotten an email like pick before. It was just this random dude that was like, Tommy Fleetwood's winning the Tour Championship. So I think all the Pardon My Take dudes bet Tommy Fleetwood.
Oh
and
my God.
And now hearing this, like in hindsight, I was like,
I can't believe you didn't text me that, dude. This is on you. This is on you.
It is such a hindsight thing where, when you hear something like that, you're like, fuck, I can't not bet it. And I just didn't. I'm sure he was plus what? Nothing crazy, but plus 1,800 maybe. Like definitely more than, Scottie or whatever. But oddly enough, Patrick Cantlay has driven the ball pretty poorly today. It has not been a super good showing from him. And I mean, Fleetwood has pretty much handled himself pretty damn well. He looks really solid. He's made quite a few birdies. You know, that seemed to be his problem these last couple of weeks when
Well, I was going to say
makes a million birdies and then he doesn't birdie the first 12 or 13 holes. Like, it feels like a totally different scenario.
Yeah, the difference between this week and the not the Wells Fargo, the St. Jude was the St. Jude. The first 3 or 4 holes, he was like struggling and making bogeys and not making birdies. And today he birdied the second hole, and you're like, okay, this is completely different momentum than you had last time you had a lead on a Sunday. And then he bogeyed 5, and you're like, oh my God, it's coming. And then he birdied 6 and 7. You're like, all right, he's fully locked in. And honestly, like you said, Tommy Fleetwood's the most shocking guy to win this for me at the first glance, just because he's never won a PGA Tour event. But Patrick Cantlay has won a Tour Championship. Remember the shocking reveal of that when you refound that out on Wednesday's pod? But Patrick Cantlay plays well at Eastlake, and that, no matter how bad his form is, apparently has stayed true. But is this the best PGA Tour win in the history of the PGA Tour? Like, in terms of just outcome of the fact that a guy that's been talked about, he's been in contention, he's 30 top 5 finishes without a win. Everybody's talking about how he can't win. And it's not only like his entire career, the 30 top 5 finishes. The last 2-3 weeks, it's been the same thing. And you just see this collapse. And he goes on and he wins a Tour Championship. Is this the best? I'll make it a little less hyperbolic. Is this the best first time PGA Tour win in the history of golf? It has to be.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that it probably is. If you look, the only thing that I would downgrade it as is there's only 30 players in the field. So, because that's the thing with Tommy, is he's been in contention plenty, throughout the last couple of years, even at majors. Like, a major field obviously trumps this field. And it is kind of an interesting event because it's obviously no cut. It's 30 guys. And a lot of guys, I mean, realistically, there was about 12 to 14 dudes that you felt like could have won it this week. And there was a lot of guys. I mean, Sun JM, I just got to say, I called it. I think he shot like 80 today. I think he finished.
JJ Spawn fucking shit all over himself in my one and done. If you get picked in my one and done, you're going to have the worst week ever. Guaranteed.
Well, and also on this subject, we got to give ourselves a shout out for giving Jeff the Russell Henley pick. That was about as good a work as we could have done there.
Well, was that Jeff? If you're in the show, was Fleetwood one of the 6? Because I think he might have been. And so Fleetwood was one of the 6, and Russell Henley. I think after Thursday, I was like, we gave out a good pick. We helped someone win some cash. Well, and now
isn't it just crazy too how often that Russell Henley shot 9 under on day 1 and he's 6 under the last 3 rounds. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, when you're on, but it seems like week after week, the guys that career it week 1, day 1, then just come back down to earth and even fall harder. Who was it the other week that did the exact same thing? Shot 10 under on, Friday or Thursday, and then didn't even end up sniffing a victory. So it's definitely one of those where you don't want them to play too well on Thursday, but you want them to play pretty well.
Can't win a tournament on Thursday, but you can lose a tournament on Thursday.
For sure. And on the subject of guys that fucking piss me off, Rory McIlroy is at the top of my shit list. And just rooting for him in general is painful. And then it turns out the one week I actually pick him and root for him, he plays like absolute dog shit. He lost to 20 some guys in a 30-man field, and he's the world number 2 player. So just not a lot of pride, not a lot of, effort out of Rory.
Not a lot of pride this week from Rory.
Yeah, pretty disappointing on his part, but my silver lining is it's going to make it a million times easier for me to root so hard against him in the Ryder Cup because I have no good feelings about this week when I picked him. So I cannot wait to MF Rory the entire Ryder Cup, openly root against him actively the entire time. So I'm not going to have any problems there, but just really disappointing when a guy that's supposed to play a place so well and do, good shit. Okay, Patrick Cantlay
finally breaks his third-year streak, or every third-year streak of winning the Tour Championship.
Yeah.
Streaks
Yeah,
are meant to be broken.
And you could just tell he didn't have it this week. I mean, ever since he won the Masters, it just feels like he hasn't had shit. Keegan Bradley just banged home a birdie on 18, so he's going to finish inside the top 10 once again. And I don't know, do we want to get into this conversation? Like, the elephant in the room is Keegan Bradley going to pick himself on Wednesday? And
we will, let's announce that we will be live when Keegan makes his picks. So we will be live. Keegan's making his picks at 11 a.m. Wednesday morning Eastern. We will be live at 10:30 a.m. We'll do our normal thing and talk about nonsense for 30 minutes. And then we'll get into, we obviously can't broadcast it, but we'll basically live react to Keegan Bradley and his 6 picks. We'll give our guess of the 6, and then we'll let him make his picks and we'll react live to it. So make sure, if you're tuning into this show, welcome. If this is your first time at Big Drive Energy, welcome to the fucking show. Wednesday, we'll be live as Keegan is making his Ryder Cup pick. Should be an electric. Is it like press conference scenario? Do you know what the story is?
Yeah, I think it'll almost be somewhat of a press conference, but it'll be a little bit more interactive, I think. Like, he'll have a board behind him, and I think he'll put names up, like they'll appear and shit like that. So that'll be an interesting ordeal, but that is going to be so electric. And if I was literally just wondering the same thing, Jeff. What did Keegan just whisper to Russell Henley? Probably talking about something with the Ryder Cup, because Henley is obviously in a guaranteed spot. So I was actually thinking about that as well. How funny, or not funny, but how awkward would it be if Keegan was playing with a guy on the bubble, this last round, and
Justin Thomas is a perfect example,
or a Patrick Cantlay.
Number 7. And Jeff, by the way, he made Russell Henley auto qualified for the team. Russell Henley is one of the 6 that auto qualified. So he probably just said, "I'll see you at
Bethpage."
Oh God, Bethpage.
They are, all the PGA Tour guys are playing at Napa, and I guess we didn't even talk about that whole thing where
they didn't let Bryson go.
Yeah, and I mean, it makes complete sense that they're not letting Bryson play in Napa. I don't get how he's shocked by that. He's not been able to play in any other PGA Tour event. He's played in the majors, but anything else. Oh, Tommy. I thought he made that putt on 17 to really fucking slam the door, because Cantlay's got a legit look inside of 10 feet to get it within 2.
Did you see the stats of Cantlay, though, on the last 3 holes at this golf course this week?
He's like 11 under par.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you see the putting stats from Tommy Fleetwood?
No.
He has gained 9 strokes this week on the field putting. The next closest guy is 3.5 strokes. He has putted almost 3 times better relative to the field than anyone else in the field, which is absolute insanity. And
Cantlay, to make this interesting.
Yeah.
Should I give it a Sirius XM call? He settles into the putt. Little right to left breaker.
You are a golf sicko that'll listen to golf on the radio, and that has got to be the most boring shit.
He swings the putter through, and it's going up towards the cup, and it misses low side.
Oh, it's okay. You already saw it.
Yeah, I just watched it.
I'm shocked that, okay, never mind. You're about 30 or 40 seconds ahead of me then, because he hasn't stood over it yet.
Let me pause.
It's fine. I don't think.
No, it's good. I'm paused. I'm paused after he tapped in for par, and they're showing Tommy Fleetwood walking. Let me know when Cantlay taps in for par.
Okay, Cantlay's
rewind.
Cantlay's about to strike his putt right now. So, but any other takeaways you had from this week? What do you? Who are you shocked by? I mean, so Scottie had a tough week on the greens. He looked visibly frustrated. There was multiple times. Cantlay's tapping in right now. Okay, he just tapped in. But it was actually pretty crazy to see Scottie visibly frustrated, and I did call it. And we see Scottie, it feels like maybe once every month he has a few little random outbursts where he'll yell at himself, he'll slap his putter, he'll throw his putter at the bag. But other than that, he's pretty cool, calm, and collected. I do just want to say that I called the fact that he won last week, just making it that much tougher for him to win this week, which is not, a shocker. It's just very, very hard to go back to back. Even though Scottie does seem like a superhuman type of guy. I think he has most consecutive rounds in the 60s, besides Tiger, if that is correct.
Yep.
I don't
I heard
remember
the stat, but
exactly,
it was like 30. I don't think it was Tiger, it was somebody else. But it was like
really?
30 straight rounds in the 60s, top 8 in all of his events this year, 14 events this year. Just an insane year for him. And that's why I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm not sad because he should have won this event, but I'm like a little weird of the fact of like that he's not winning the Tour Championship after this year that he's had. Like it
For
immediately
sure.
puts a massive stain, fair or unfair, immediately puts a massive stain on his 2025. And you want to talk about it being one of the best seasons of all time, and he didn't even win the Tour Championship. I'm not saying that it's the end all be all with 30 players, but like this is what they play for the entire year, and he's not even going to win that event.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it puts a massive stain on his resume for the year because this is essentially just another tournament. He had no advantage going into this. He won what, 5 out of the 15 events that he played in this year, or how many events did he play in? Something like that. So
Yeah, I mean, he had more than 5 wins in the year. They were just all massive
no, I think
wins.
he's won 5 times this year, if I'm not mistaken. But you can't expect him to win every single week. So it wasn't surprising to me. Yeah, he has 5 wins in 18 events. So he's basically winning at a 30% clip. Okay, Tommy, right there in the first cut.
Perfect strike.
A little bit of a downhill lie. I wonder if I would assume he's gonna go for it. But 3-shot lead. If Tommy messes this up, this will officially be the worst choke job since 2 weeks
of
ago.
all time.
Yeah, I don't know if the guy could ever come back from this one because it just seems like he keeps getting further and further out of reach and then just keeps coming back and coming back. But, if Cantlay could have made that putt on the last, it would have at least put a little pressure on him. Now Fleetwood, he can make, it feels like double here, but it's a relatively gettable par 5. He had a good tee shot. He's going to make bogey here at worst. So
yeah, Cantlay put it in a really good spot. So he's got a chance he's made one eagle here this week. He's got a chance to make another one. I want to talk about another guy that really vaulted up especially for the Ryder Cup and just with how good he's playing. I don't know how you leave Cameron Young off the team. I don't think he can at this point.
Yeah, I agree. I was just thinking the same thing with the current form that he's in. And it truly does feel like, obviously he got that win, but he is playing the best golf of his career. His short game feels dialed in. And I think just getting the monkey off his back of getting that first W has made a big difference for him because ever since that win, he's played very, very good golf as well. So I think you would have a very tough time leaving him off the team. It is going to be tough to pick these guys. Like I don't know if maybe Justin Thomas makes the team just based on, prior experience, but there's many guys.
I do think Justin Thomas was 7th in qualifying. I think he was the first guy out, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll look that up right now. But to me, obviously you can say that about then number 8 and then number 9. But to me, if you're the first guy out, I don't think you can be left off of the team personally.
I would agree. But
yeah, Thomas is 7, Morikawa is 8, Griffin 9, McNeely 10, Bradley 11, Harmon 12. So,
okay. I could see 3 of those guys getting left off the team. I could see Harmon getting left off. I could see
McNeely getting left off. I could see Ben Griffin getting left off. I really could.
I think Griffin's going to make the team because he's actually had a very good season. And he, just seems like he's one of those guys where he's got the momentum relative to guys like Colin Morikawa, who has no momentum. he's played pretty bad all year and hasn't played much at all. So other than the fact of he's Colin Morikawa and that, it's a name, but at the same time, if you're just basing it off of previous results this year, then I would take Ben Griffin over Morikawa or McNeely or who else did we just talk about? Who was 12?
Keegan was 11.
Yeah, and I bet he'll jump up this week and after this finish.
And Harmon was 12, so.
Okay.
And then right on 13, Novak, Cameron Young's at 14, Cantley's at 15, Burns is at 16. Like, I could see Young, Cantley, and Burns all making the team at 14, 15, 16.
I agree with that. And yeah, maybe Burns is slightly questionable. I could see him making it, but he just does not have that clutch factor. It does feel like he's a little bit, though, Scottie Scheffler's emotional support playing partner because they are best buddies. So if obviously Scottie is guaranteed by far and away the best player in the world right now. So I guarantee you if he hits up Keegan and be like, if you're in between a couple guys, I'd really like to have Sam Burns on the team. I feel like we play well together. I guarantee you Keegan's taking that into account as well. So, but the ultimate thing is I think America needs to see Keegan Bradley play in this Ryder Cup.
Yeah,
he's playing way too good. It makes it would just be such a disappointment if he didn't play that I actually think it would be somewhat of a deflating thing, and then it makes it electric as well because he can bring on outside counsel and then he can bring on, some sick ass like vice captain, co-captain type of scenario.
He's already got the vice captain.
Who did he name? Oh, wasn't it who was it?
It's for the American team, it's Jim Furyk, Webb Simpson, Brandt Snedeker, Kevin Kisner, and Gary Woodland.
Okay, that's who it was. I think it was Snedeker that was named as I think Sneds maybe would take over captaincy, relatively speaking. And you know what I was just thinking, because I don't know who Billy Horschel's close with out on tour, but I would love to see Billy Ho as a captain, a future captain or vice captain of the Ryder Cup for the American team, because that dude is one of the most patriotic guys out there and just so electric, has a great personality. Would be really fun to watch him do that in the future. But Sneds is great. I like Gary Woodland. Woodland's got like that swagger to him. He's got that slow walk, kind of carries a big stick type of dude. So I would like to see him as well. Ooh, Tommy with a big road shot.
That thing just kept hooking, dude. That shot tracer was like struggling to catch down on the hook, but he's in a fine spot. I was going to ask you, remember when we were watching, I think it was the tournament Akshay Bhatia won. Was it Denny McCarthy that laid the sod over that wedge into the water?
What if we would have seen that from
What if we would have seen that from Fleetwood there?
Oh my God. I can say I played around last week and I ended up shooting one over par. And on the 2 par 5s, I hit both approach shots like 100 yards. I had like less than 250 in, and my back was kind of jacked up. It was a weird day. I was actually playing relatively well. But on the 2 par 5s, I had 4-iron in my hand on one and hybrid in the other. And I just basically hit 3 inches behind each of them. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that, that could happen. But Tommy's juiced up, man. He hit 7-iron from 220 earlier, like at sea level. That's just fucking bananas. A little downhill, but still, that is so freaking long. And if you go back to the Travelers, when they picked the wrong club, him and his caddy picked the wrong club on 18, he should have hit 9-iron, hit pitching wedge, and came up short. Only player to earn, there's only one player to earn their first PGA Tour win at the Tour Championship. It was Chad Campbell 22 years ago.
Do you have any info on Chad Campbell? I feel like you're professional golf encyclopedia. I feel like I've never heard that name.
Chad Campbell, I actually think won. No, it wasn't him that won a major. That was Ben. Oh, fuck. Ben. That name will come to me. Some absolute rando won a PGA Championship and then was like never heard from again. But Chad Campbell, he was a really good ball striker. And I always just remember he had a Jana King towel sponsor. I don't know how I remember that, but he was sponsored by Jana King. And so I just remember seeing his bag and always had the Jana King logo sponsor.
Well, I will tell you, I'm not entirely sure this is true, but let's take a look and see if we can see Tommy's bag. I think Jana King sponsors all of the towels. Like everybody has a Jana King towel.
Ben Curtis, thank you. Yes, Jeff. Yes, he won the
Open Championship.
The Open. Okay, there was another super random PGA championship that some dude won. Sean McKeel, I think, is who it was. That name just popped out in my head. I'm not sure if I am correct on that or not, but yeah, this win is just crazy for Tommy, and I'm actually excited to see where he goes from here. It does scare me from a Ryder Cup perspective because it feels like Tommy has finally, overcome the what is it? The Infinity Stone. He has his final Infinity Stone.
Yeah, he finally got his final Infinity Stone. He had 7 wins on the DP World Tour, and now he's. And the funny thing is there's so many other players that have had about the same career as Tommy Fleetwood in terms of maybe money or, and had 0 wins. But there's very few, if not none, that have been as close as he has as many times and never won to the point where it's that part's a story. Because like if you're a mediocre tour player and you have a season where you have 7 or 8 top 10s, they're probably not talking about you like, oh, when's he going to win? Maybe they're like, oh, next year he'll win at some point. But this has been a 10+ year career on the PGA Tour of like, he's a top 5 machine, top 10 machine, great player. You want to pick him every week because of how good he plays at all different courses. And you just could never get it done until right now, it appears. I still, like, something in my mind still thinks that there's a way he could fuck this up. Like, he chips this and thins it into the fucking rough in the bunker in front of him.
The bunker. Oh my God, it would be devastating. But let me say this as well. I bet he's got some adrenaline pumping right now. Oh, and he hits a phenomenal shot to basically slam
it's over.
He's got, holy shit. I got to say this, and this might be a hot take here. I think this win means more to Tommy, and I like this win more. And I think the golf world likes this win more than Rory winning at the Masters. Now, tell me I'm out of my mind.
I don't think that's entirely wrong.
And I could be a complete just Rory hater because I kind of am, but I like this win more than I liked Rory's Masters win.
Well, you liking the win more is very obvious, but the general public of the golf world liking it more is a hot take, but I agree with.
Let me put it this way. If Tommy cried after this, I would not give him a single bit of shit.
He's going to cry. Dude.
Oh, for sure. He's got to break down. Like, he might fucking pull the Rory and just go in the fetal position on the green. But I will give him way less shit about it than I gave Rory when he decided to have a child tantrum or just a little cry fit in the fetal position on the green at Augusta. Because I think this means so much to Tommy. And he is one of the easiest guys to root for on tour. He really is. And I actually heard this story from my buddy up at Newton Country Club. We were playing Jeff and Jeff Collins. We were playing, and he was saying that Tommy was out at the bar, or I think it was Jeff. One of his buddies was at the same bar as Tommy Fleetwood, and he texts like the group chat and goes, I have to go introduce myself. Like, I just want to say hi to him. He seems like, the nicest guy. I just want to say big fan. So this dude goes up and introduces himself. And apparently Tommy ends up buying this guy drinks. They have shots together at the table. Like, I guess Tommy's just that type of dude. That's just that fucking cool and that down to earth. So there's really not a guy that you could be happier for. And I bet he's just standing here right now trying not to lose his shit. Cause it's this is a big event. And I just could not, there's not a single guy I could be happier for than this dude. Really, if anyone were to win this, I would want it to be him. So,
Patrick Cantlay loading up for a meaningless birdie putt at this point.
Well, it's just like $4 million in his pocket. This might be the most expensive single putt of the year this year.
Oh yeah, because goes to solo 2.
Yeah,
versus
I
a
think that's the
shared.
difference between 6 million and maybe it's like $1 million putt.
Oh, and he fucking
Oh, you
laughed.
suck,
Hate to see it.
jackass.
Well, and Cantlay kind of had the day today that you not expected from Tommy, but expected from Tommy. You know, like Cantlay had 3 birdies or 3 bogeys, excuse me, in the first 5 holes. That's the day you expected Fleetwood to start with, and it was Cantlay who kind of, I mean, 71 today, nothing outlandish. Obviously, there
Yeah,
wasn't
ball
a ton
striking
of
looks
low scores.
shaky. Yeah, ball striking looks shaky from Cantlay all day though. He generally likes to play that little butter cut, and everything he was hitting was just a bit of a pull, and it was not coming back. So he was struggling it right off the bat, hitting drives left. And this is like a fucking long course. There's some long par fours out there. If you're driving it in this thick ass rough and you've got 220 out of this thick Bermuda, like you're fucked. So, I mean, Cantlay kind of just did it to himself today.
Oh, he did that was exactly
he-
how my putt looked when I had to 2 putt from there to pass the PAT. That's exactly what I did. All right, I got to turn this shit up a little bit. I don't care if we get copyrighted.
Oh, dude, he's not even losing it. Look at Rosie, all his boys. Oh, dude.
Can you hear like my TV clearly? My
No,
phone?
I can't hear your TV really.
Okay. Oh,
He's not even
there
really
it is.
celebrating.
Oh,
There it
yes,
is.
he just gave it the fucking long-haired like primal
Dude.
scream. I love that.
Yeah, he looks like who's that famous actor in that movie? The oh fuck's sake.
Yeah, this is that narrows it down.
Mel Gibson in when he's got like his face
Shawshank
painted.
Redemption.
Maybe
I've never seen that movie. I'm just guessing.
We're so bad at movies too. Oh, is that Tommy's fucking stepson? I need Tommy. That is Tommy's stepson. He's fucking bigger than him.
I was like, who is this fucking man? Is this his brother?
Yeah. No, that's Tommy's stepson. He's like 19 or 20. I can hear your TV a little bit, but not super clearly.
He, of course, they gave him the shade of like, you've had so many 54-hole leads. What'd you do differently today?
He's like, well, I guess it was my week now, wasn't it? It's not.
Yeah, I've been saying it might be our weekend for like 5 weeks, and this time it was.
First win in 164 starts, and he's not even crying.
I think it's past the point of that, really. You know, like I think maybe the St. Jude, it was a cry tournament. This one, it's like I just finally did it. I don't even know what.
Yeah, well, and that's not to go back to it, but that's how I felt like Rory would react when he won the Masters. Instead of like bawling his eyes out, he'd like celebrate, like, holy shit, I'm stoked. I'm more stoked than I am relieved. And he just looks like super. Obviously, he just increased his career earnings by about 20% in one weekend as well. So that doesn't really hurt either. But he just doesn't seem like, monkey off the back type of reaction. He seems more excited and just wants to go like celebrate. How shit-faced do you think he's going to get tonight?
Oh, dude, he's going to be absolutely blasted. And he said one more win and the first of many. So you can't win a ton unless you don't win the first one until you win the first one.
That's like drinking. You can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning. But I love Tommy doing this shit. And I hope he goes on I hope he wins a dozen events in the next 5 years, which I really do think
it'd be
clearly he's capable of getting in contention just about anywhere. Like, he's a sneaky long player. You don't really think of him as a longer dude, but he is sneaky long, and that I feel like he's known more for his precision with his irons, more distance control, hitting fairways, but he hits it a long freaking way too. So
yeah, he is tearing up a little bit. Where's his grandma wife? His stepson's making sure to get the TV time for sure.
Oh, for sure. Okay, there's Rosie. Hell yeah. Oh, there's Shano. Oh, I'm sure Rory's nowhere to be found. He probably already was on the PJ. He's probably sitting at his house by now. Just not a single shit. given. I do think his stepson is legit, like bigger than Tommy as well. He's
He's
a
got the
thick
man
boy.
bag.
Yeah, he's got the man purse rocking. There's Keegs, a bunch of other guys. It just from the outside looking in, it seems like Tommy is one of the most liked guys on the entire PGA Tour. So, oh, look at Cantlay.
Cantlay just fucking.
Cantley's like, I got to sit at the scorer's table for another 10 minutes while this dude does press conferences.
Oh man, it's incredible. Just how hilarious too is golf, where it's just like 2025 and they're signing a scorecard, they're ripping off their half, they're making sure it's all, golf is just like a little romantic that way. I love that. Like no matter how long we play, we're gonna have a paper fucking scorecard.
I think it's so fucking lame. Like everyone's clearly watching. Just the fact that if Tommy accidentally wrote down a 5 instead of a 4 and signed it and they DQ'd him, that's what makes it lame to me. But yeah, there's definitely
dude, that flow with the yell. Oh,
dude, that flow is
going.
serious. He's got to have top five best hair on tour, probably top 3. He almost looks like a fucking rock star a little bit. Looks like that mouse from Ratatouille.
Well, you got anything else you want to get to? I think we pretty much covered it. I mean, we're live for Tommy Fleetwood's first career PGA Tour win. That's pretty fucking cool. I can put that I'll put that in my resume.
Did a live stream during Tommy Fleetwood's first ever win. Sepp Straka's had a huge fall off this season. I feel like the second half of the year, he's played like pretty much dog shit the entire time. He finished DFL this week. Hideki's had a rough go of it as well. Andrew Novak, shockingly, not DFL by 11 shots. He was the lowest odds on favorite. He's had a little bit of a rough second half of this year. I don't feel like I watched Colin Morikawa hit a single golf shot this week. I was honestly questioning if he was in the field or not. Similar to, there's a couple other guys. I mean, Chris Gotterup had another good finish. Keegan's got some tough decisions to make, man. I'm really stoked for this episode on Wednesday, just because it could go super one of two ways, and I think it's going to go the way that Keegan has talked about, where it's not the old boys club. He's going to exhaust all options and truly pick the best 6 guys that he feels like give us the chance to beat the Europeans. But that European team is strong as shit, man. McIntyre had another great week. Obviously, Fleetwood getting his first win. Justin Rose, I would assume, is going to get picked.
Rory, obviously.
Rory might be one of the guys with the worst form on the European team coming into this. Like, Rory, when was the last time he played? He won one other event, didn't he?
Rory twice this year? Didn't he win like a couple weeks ago?
Did he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Fuck, maybe I just deleted it from my brain because I can't stand the guy. But let me go look real quick. He won 3 times this year. That's pretty surprising, in my opinion. Oh, he won the Players. That's what it was.
Yeah, he won the Players, the Masters, and anything else? Only those two small events.
Yeah. Oh, and the Pebble Beach Pro-Am.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I mean, he hasn't won.
You know his middle name is Daniel.
Rory Daniel McIlroy? That seems like an odd Irish middle name, but who knows?
Let's see what Tommy Fleetwood's middle name is.
This seems like we're going in a little too deep on these guys, but
his son's name is Franklin Fleetwood. That's kind of electric.
Frankie Fleetwood.
Thomas Paul.
Tommy Paul. So let's see what his career earnings previous to this were: 33,430,000. Now it's going to be 43,430,000. So that's kind of a trippy number, honestly. 43,000. But I mean, the dude's just making a mint out there
30%, 130% increase in his entire career revenue in 4 days. Not bad.
130%.
Well, 30%, I guess.
Yes,
He's up 100, right? Because if you're up 100, it doesn't that mean, what am I talking about here?
his previous career. You're talking about overall increase. Well, no, I think you just have it fucked up. I think the math isn't mathing for you.
Yeah.
If he made 10 million this week, and
I've just been moving for 2 days straight, haven't showered. We don't have hot water, so I'm gonna have to take.
What's that scenario?
I don't know. We're gonna get an expert out here. I don't know. I've been trying to ignite the pilot light. I fucking did a crab walk down the entire crawl space in my house today. My fucking thighs were singing. My quads were screaming. So we got some issues that we got to figure out.
Well, Godspeed. Do you have anything else? I think we pretty much touched on all of it.
No. Shout out to Tommy Fleetwood. Give us a thumbs up if you're watching this on the YouTube. We'd really appreciate that. This is Big Drive Energy, part of the Golfer Gang Network. Check out the Golfer Gang Network for all of your golf podcasts. Bunch of different topics on there, of course, including us at Big Drive Energy. We will be back Wednesday, 10:30 Eastern time, 8:30 Mountain time, Wednesday morning, live for Keegan Bradley's press conference / selection of the final 6 Ryder Cup players. And then we just get to talk about some kind of bullshit for a couple of weeks. Football starts. We'll probably talk about that a lot. And then we get to the Ryder Cup, which should be an electric matchup at Bethpage Black. We'll find out who the final 6 are on Wednesday live on Big Drive Energy. Make sure to tune in. Have a great rest of your Sunday night. Start your Monday off with a great Monday. Start your Monday off with a bang. Enjoy your.
It's a holiday week coming up. You have Labor Day coming up, and then football starts. So everybody get ready for it.
It's in. All right. Big Drive Energy out.